But you know what I don't love? Republicans. So here's an article. Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis signals support for the Don't Say Gay bill. This is a governor of a major state. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis voiced his support for a bill that would prohibit the discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity in the state's primary schools. Asked by reporters at a Miami event Monday, he said it was entirely inappropriate for teachers to be having conversations with students about gender identity. Now, I agree with that from the gender abolition standpoint. Like, yes, like, we shouldn't have anyone be calling anyone boy, girl, anything, he, she, completely abolish, have all gender neutral language. That's fine with me. Abolish gender identity in primary schools. Let them figure out their own gender. Don't push them anywhere. That's my opinion. I don't think Ron DeSantis agrees, though, from that standpoint, but, citing instances of them telling children, don't worry, don't pick your gender yet, and also hiding classroom lessons from parents. Don't worry, don't pick your gender yet. So that's a bad thing? So you should worry. So Ron DeSantis in this instance is pro-worry. He is on the side of, no, you should worry. You're not worried? What the hell? Worry even more. Worry harder. Schools need to be teaching kids to read, to write. Okay? They need to teach them science, history. I think they need to teach you how to read and write. Okay. Like, that's not language. This isn't English. Okay. Schools need to be teaching kids to read, comma, to write. That's it? That's the end of it? Like, what? They need to teach them science, comma, history. We need more civics and understanding of the U.S. Constitution, what makes our country unique, all those basic stuff. All the basic stuff, yeah. Well, actually, in the Constitution, there's a right to freedom of speech. So if a teacher wants to say, this character in this book is gay, they should be able to do so under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. But hey, all the basic stuff, what. The larger issue with all of this is parents must have a seat at the table when it comes to what's going on in their school. I agree with that. But, so if that means if I have a seat at the table and I say we need to start teaching our kids about, the Russian Revolution of 1917 and how, like, Lenin is the greatest person in the world, and how, communism will win and how Joe Biden is secretly a fascist, let's just say that those are my opinions. Should I be allowed to have teachers teach my kids about that? Or is it only when the right has problems? I'm just curious. I'm just wondering. I have an interest. I've got an interest in this, because it's all about free speech. Although DeSantis stopped short of committing to sign the bill into law, it was the first time the Republican governor signaled his support for the measure since it was proposed by the state's House of Representatives last month, echoing DeSantis' proponents of the Parental Rights and Education Bill, dubbed by critics as the Don't Say Gay Bill, argue that discussions about LGBTQ issues are not age appropriate for students. Why? My problem here is that the cis heteronormativity of it. That's my problem. If you don't want to teach gender, great. That's great. Fuck gender. And fuck you, for that matter. Right? If you don't want to teach kids about, kissing, okay. We'll have that conversation. I feel like kids should probably know about it sooner or later, right? I mean, but we can have that conversation. But again, it's only the specific exclusion of identities that are not the norm. That's the problem here. Like, again, they still make you read Romeo and Juliet. That's still part of the fucking curriculum, right? Like, so it's like, it's weird. It's strange. It's strange that they want to force down this cishet propaganda on us. But anyway, so DeSantis is like, he's in favor of that shit, I guess. But there you go. So you can read the rest of this. It's just people reacting. Hashtag react. But I'm reacting for you, or for them. I'm reacting for you and for them. But anyway, fuck Florida, folks, and fuck Republicans. Like, they're just dumb. Except, don't fuck them because they don't deserve it. But yeah.